What it do, gang? Welcome back to the channel. Hold on, bro. Let me just check my watch real quick, cause it looks like it's about that time for you to be having a good day. Shit. To my new people, welcome to the family. To my regular ones, you guys know what we're about to get into. You got your snacks? Did you? Cause you always forget, bro. I know you be Alright, make sure you got a bev. So now with that being said, for you guys today, I got the new soda ready to play. This is my own deck list. I'm pretty sure you guys saw it yesterday or the day before yesterday in the last video that I posted, which took me 30 years to get uploaded because my internet was stupid. And then I was just thinking somebody was preying on my downfall, bro, because I spent all day trying to upload that video and it wasn't going through. But either way, it's the same deck list, it's the same everything. It's just today I'm gonna show you the replays. So if you guys enjoy the content, please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Your boy would greatly appreciate it. And we're not gonna do a lot of talking. Let's get into them replays. As per usual, we'll go over the deck list at the end of the video again. Just for those who didn't see the video yesterday. Let's get into it. Alright, gang, here we are for the first replay of the day. And this one was against, it's either branded or tier limits, because legitimately I'm in diamond now. I almost made it to the new golden rank. It's just I made it to I was one game away from diamond 1. And then legitimately, bro, I lost 15 coin tosses in a row. So sad times for me. But either way, we're gonna start this off activating our Spright starter so we can start not doing anything because they're gonna Ash Blast on me. But you know me, I got them digits. I gotta call by the grave that thing because it's not spring no more. At least not on their side of the field. So get that thing out of here. It's negated now. I don't want to see it. Now we can continue starting our starting stuff. I get my Spright Blue onto the field. Activate that thing's effect. I get my Spright Jet, not the blue ice one, bro. Don't get it confused. Activate that thing's effect. I'm gonna get my double cross because now I'm playing basketball and I'm crossing people. That's all I'm doing. We're gonna go into the gigantic Spright. It's a 32-liter bottle. Activate that thing's effect. Bring the Swap Frog onto the field. Activate that thing's effect to send another Swap Frog to the graveyard. Now with both of these monsters, we're gonna link up into the Spright Elf. Now you're elfing, bro. It is what it is. Activate that boy's effect. Bring the Swap Frog back onto the field so you can activate Swap Frog. Send Rona Totem to the graveyard. Activate Rona Totem. Banish the Swap Frog. Special summon it onto the field. Both of these monsters start sprinting a little bit, bro. I'm still mad at the fact that this doesn't have an animation. Activate that thing's effect. Send the Nimbler Angler to the graveyard. Activate that thing's effect. Special summon 2 Nimbles. And do you see the Mantis? You see the Mantis. Now we're gonna go into the Melfi of the Forest. Activate that thing's effect. Getting rid of a material so I can get my Melfi Caddy onto the hand. Activating the Rona Totem, banishing a Swap Frog so I can special summon it again. What? Did he just normal summon an Ash? What? Yeah, bro. It's negated by the call by the grave, so I'm not gonna get to use it on their turn anyway. So this is dead until like a turn and a half from now. So I'm like, I don't even care for it. Normal summon it. Use both of these to go into the IP Masquerena. Bring her out here. I'm gonna set down my Evilly and my Cross, and then I'm gonna special summon the Melfi Caddy at the end of the turn. You see this board, bro? Then I'm gonna activate Maxi in the draw phase because I don't want to get triple tactic talented. They're gonna activate Ash Blast, so I don't do anything about it because they call by the grave that thing, so it's negated. That's why I used it as material. But okay. Here they're gonna get the Beast of Rebellion, activate its effect. I'm gonna activate Spright Elf so I could go for the Jet. I'm gonna bring the Jet onto the field, right? This thing's gonna pop off and get themselves a Magna Hut to the hand. We're gonna activate this thing's effect so I can get a Spright starter to the hand, right? They're gonna activate the Branded Regains, normal summoning the Blazing Cartasia. Then they're gonna activate Bestial Mohammed to banish my Spright Blue so they can special summon this thing onto the field, right? And here I activate the Caddy, getting myself the Penny onto the hand. They're gonna activate this thing's effect, activating Branded Regain. That way they could bring this back into my deck. I'm gonna negate the effect of the Muhammad with my Melfi Forest. Then I'm gonna activate the Sprint. That way I can send this back to the hand, forcing them to activate that thing's effect so I can use double cross on that thing. Link 6, Link 7, we're going crazy. What are you talking about, bro? Bring this thing onto the field, activate its effect, then we synchro summon into Hero of the Ike. Like, I just butchered that, but I can't speak English, but I don't know what to tell you. Bring this thing, I just yanked it. Its effects don't pop off. This thing gets negated. Everything is Gucci. They get to draw a card if they want to. I don't really care. That's fine with me. Now they get to bring the Bestial Lubellion onto the field. I'm going to activate the IP Masquerena because I already used the Sprind, so it's kind of useless. And this is why I like leaving the Sprind on the field too, because now I get to keep my elf. And even if they, let's say even this thing could attack over this thing, it can't because he has to attack into this. So we still have this for next turn unless they pop it, which is lovely. So now they're going to activate this thing, second effect, special summon this thing back onto the field, activating the Lubellion. I'm going to activate the Hero Arc Light because I don't want them getting any more materials and stuff like that to pop off. So pop that thing, get it out of my face, and that's all she wrote. Yeah, they didn't want to deal with anything else, bro. That board is stupid. That board is ridiculous, bro. How many negates was that? How many disruptions did we have on the board? It's cracked up. Either way, let's get into the next replay. Alright, gang, here we are for the second replay of the day. This one was against tier limits, and honestly, bro, I hate showing you guys Max C replays, like replays that I draw a bunch of cards from Max C, because I honestly don't even like showing them, because how are you not supposed to win when you get 1,000 cards in your hand? But because of all the shenanigans that was going on in this duel, I'm gonna show it to you anyways, bro. So here they activate the tier limit scream. They start screaming at me as per usual. They're gonna activate the Sheriff. I'm gonna activate the Max C, right? They don't have the Ash. They don't have it. So now I get to draw 1,000 cards, which is why I think Max C is just wild, bro. But either way, they're gonna activate the screen, activate the Kelbeck that they just milled. Then they're gonna activate the Soki that they just milled as well. I'm gonna Ash Blossom that thing because I won't have a chance to Ash Blossom many things when you're playing against tier limits. So if I could disrupt something, I'm gonna disrupt something, bro. It is what it is. So again, they're gonna mill 1,000,000 cards. Again, sending 3 more, activating the Scream in the graveyard, activating the Merly. With both of these monsters, they're gonna fusion summon into the Kid Kalos. Of course, bring her out here. Regular. Now the Screamer is gonna get them a Soki onto the hand. They're gonna activate the Kid Kalos. I'm gonna infinite impermanence that thing. I don't wanna see it. And here they got the super polymerization. What are we talking about? That's wild. I'm like, okay, bet, that's fine, I guess. So with both of these monsters right here, they're gonna go into the Garura Wings of the Resonant Life, the new fusion monster, right? Now my imperm was basically negated in a sense, like it doesn't get to pop off. They're gonna activate the Sharon, activate the Kid Kalo, that way they can mill 1,000 cards again. Get them in there. And then with this thing, they're gonna fusion summon into the Ru Kalos. Bring her out here. And then they decided to just continue popping off, bringing the Rhino Heart to the field, sending the Halflings to the graveyard so they can use both of these monsters and go back into the Kid Kalos. I'm like, okay, bet, of course. Then they're gonna activate the Muhammad, banishing my Spright Blue so they can special summon that thing. Activating its effect so they could get a dragon at the end phase, I think it is. And then with both of these monsters, they're gonna link off into Dark, the Dark Charmer, Gloomy. And they did this just so they could draw a card off of the Garura, right? Which I'm like, okay, bet. And now because of this thing, they get a Juice Room to the hand. I'm like, alright. So this is the reason why this deck is still, even after the ban, even after everything, this still, even though we have the Bestial cards, this deck still pops off, bro. Because look at all the resources I have. And look at everything that I had to do. I'm gonna normal summon the Beaver. They're gonna start screaming at me again. I'm like, okay, bet. I got my earplugs in, so it doesn't matter. I can't even hear them. So now I'm gonna special summon the other Beaver. They're gonna activate the Sharon that they just made. I'm gonna call by the grave that thing. By regular, they're gonna activate the Keldo. Bring all the resources back into the deck. I'm gonna activate the Spright starter. And here I was just baiting and it worked because they're gonna activate the Ru Kalos. Mind you, if I didn't have the Max C, bro, honestly, our plays would have been done right here. We would have been messed up because they're gonna keep doing stuff. They're gonna bring all that stuff into their deck. My Call by the Grave doesn't call anybody. We don't have any service. They're gonna activate the Kid Kalos, milling about 3 cards again, hitting him early. They're gonna activate that thing's effect. I'm gonna activate my second Spright starter. I'm gonna bring the red onto the field because I need some type of protection. I need some type of negate. And with both of these monsters, they're gonna go into the Predaplan Dragon's Tepelia. And here, I don't know exactly why, but they immediately activated this effect, negating my red, which I'm perfectly fine with, because now I'm going to special summon the blue, get my pixies onto the hand. Using both of these monsters, we're going to start sprinting. We always got to start sprinting. Activate Sprind, send that angler to the graveyard, activate that boy's effect, special summon 2 nimble monsters, special summon the carrot, because now I'm making a salad. With both of these monsters right here, link off into the elf. We cooking, bro. Activate the elf. Bring the red onto the field. They're going to activate the juice room, banishing one of the vicious monsters so they can special summon that thing. I'm like, okay, bet. Again, bring the red onto the field. Now I'm coloring. Using blue and the Beaver, I'm going to go into the Onibimaru Soul Sweeper, right? Because I got to start sweeping this up round. So I get this thing out of here. Whoa, did he just leave the Rukalos on the field? Yeah, bro, I need to permanently ban that thing. That's what happened. So now I'm going to activate the jet. Getting myself the Spright Smashers, because now we gotta smash our opponent. Now with both of these monsters, we're gonna Exceed Summon into Gigantic Spright. 32 ounces, I'm telling you. Activate the Spright Smashers, banish the Spright Starter, banish the Jet, and banish the Rukalo permanently. Special summon the Pixies, activate this thing's effect, bring the Swap Frog onto the field, send the Swap Frog. And now, here we get the ultimate attack boost of all times with the Spright Burst Gamma, and they scoop. Because it was GG's, bro. Nobody ever lets me slap them. But you see all the craziness that I had to do and play through, even though we had so many cards. If it wasn't for Maxi, honestly speaking, I think I would have lost that duel. But I just wanted to show you all the shenanigans that this man did during that one turn, dodging everything, which was wild. So let's go into the next replay. Alright, again, here is the third replay of the day. I think this one's a little short because basically we went second and I had the evenly match. So it was only 2 turns and it was against tier limits again. Most of the matches that I'm thinking I'm gonna get lately for replays are gonna be tier limits and branded, because in diamond that's all you see, bro. There's no variety up here. So either way, they start screaming as per usual, bringing the Rhino Heart onto the field, activating the scream. Now they get to mill 3 cards, and well, technically 4 because of this thing right here. So send 1, send 3, activate the Haveness in the graveyard. I'm gonna activate the Maxi. So here they again special summon the Rukalos onto the field, bring her out here, and that's it. They don't want to deal with the Maxi or anything, so I'm fine with that, because even this thing right here is still a crazy board. So I go into the battle phase, activate my evenly matched, because now we're actually evenly matched, right? Activate. Oh yeah, when you start your combo with Sprites, with Swap Frog, and this thing in the hand, it's the most disgusting thing I ever seen in my life, bro. This is disgusting. Like, look at this. I activate that thing's effect, send the Angler to the graveyard, activate the Angler. I'm getting 3 monsters worth of value now, because I send the Swap Frog to the graveyard, bring 2 monsters onto the field, use both of these to start sprinting. Because it doesn't have an animation, I'm going to just skip it. Activate that thing's effect. Send the other Angler to the graveyard. Activate the Angler again. And this is exactly what I knew they were going to do. Because ain't nobody going to let you bring 2 more monsters onto the field without wanting to stop it. So here they stop the Angler. I'm okay with that though. Because I special summon the Jet. Activate this effect. Get myself a double cross onto the hand. Now with both of these monsters, I'm going to Exceed into Gigantic Spright. Activate that boy's effect, bring another frog into the field, activate this frog, and then run a turn into the graveyard so I can activate this effect, banish a Swap Frog, special summon onto the field. With both of these monsters, we're gonna start elfing again, bro. Look at how we just, out of 1 card, made our whole board, even though we got disrupted. Activate the elf, bring the Sprind back onto the field, activate the Ronatoden, banish the Swap Frog, special summon it. With both of these monsters, we go into the Melfi of the Forest. Bring it out here. Activate that thing's effect so we can search our Akati. Now we're going to normal summon the Ash. And using both of these monsters, I'm gonna go into the IP Masquerena. We're gonna go into the end phase, special summon the Caddy. Here our opponent draws a card. I'm gonna activate the Spright Elf, that way I could bring the Jet onto the field. They don't want to deal with that, so they activate the Rukalos. I'm gonna activate Masquerena. With Spright Elf and Masquerena, we're gonna go into Meg Knight Crusadia Evermax, because they don't really have an out to this thing. That thing gets negated, right? But because I special summon a monster, I get to start sprinting and sending this thing back into the extra deck, and they scoop. Yo, this deck does so many things, bro. It's wild, yo. It's wild, and people don't leave Sprind on the field. Like, I'm gonna shut up, bro. Let's go to the next replay. All right, gang. Here we are for the fourth replay of the day. I'm gonna show you another one because you gotta see the craziness that I was playing against. It was like a Runic deck, right? So here, I believe, we are going second. Okay, makes sense. They're gonna start with the Branded Fusion. I'm gonna Ash Blossom that thing because it's Spring on my side of the field. They're gonna Call by the Grave that thing, and I'm like, okay, bet that's kind of fine because I'm gonna activate the Maxi. Maxi is wild, bro, because it basically says you either stop playing the game or you give me the game. The card is broken, bro. Card is broken. It's just an Ash check or a Call by the Grave check. Either way, they're gonna use both for these monsters to fusion summon into the Albion the Branded Dragon, right? Bring that boy out onto the field. Activate that boy's effect. With both of these monsters, they're just gonna fusion summon into the Mirror Jade, the Ice Jade Dragon. Bring it out here. They're gonna set that one back row and end their turn, right? So here we join to another Maxi. I'm going to activate the Nimble Beaver. That way I can special summon the Angler. They're going to activate this thing's effect and get rid of the Angler. But luckily we did have the Spright Blue, because if we didn't, we would have just stopped everything right there. So now I get to bring the Jet onto the field, activate its effect, get my Gamma Burst. I'm going to use both of these monsters right here so I can start sprinting once again, right? Bring it out into the field. Activate that boy's effect, send my second Angler to the graveyard, activate its effect, bring in two Nimble monsters onto the field. With both of these monsters, we're going to go into the gigantic Spright. 32 ounces. Bestial Dish Room, they're going to activate that thing's effect, banishing my Spright Blue. I'm going to maxi them again. They're going to activate the Mapna Hut, trying to banish the Albion the Branded Dragon. And I'm like, nah, I'll do it for you, bro. So I Call by the Grave that thing. I just like being generous sometimes, bro. You know what I'm saying? So get that thing out of here. I'll banish it for you, bro. Unfortunately, that stops your card. They still get to special summon the Rim Drum, though. And then I get to join to another card. But it doesn't matter because we're playing with the ones on the field. Get the Swap Frog, send another Swap Frog. Activate the Swap Frog, bounce the Swap Frog into the hand, bounce it back onto the field by getting rid of the Penny. Activate it again, send another Swap Frog to the graveyard. And with both of these monsters, we're going to start Elfin. Activate Elf. I'm gonna get the Swap Frog onto the field, activate its effect again, sending the Ronan Totem, activate Ronan Totem, banish a Swap Frog, bring it onto the field. Both of these monsters, we're gonna go into Onibi Maru, the Soul Sweeper. Again, I'm always trying to sweep. Activate that boy's effect, get the Mirror Jade out of here, because since we got the Gamma Burst, we had lethal damage, because I could just walk over that thing, and then it would have been GG's. This thing has like 46,000 attack. And they decided that it was enough. Oh yeah, it says, oh, let me tell you what this guy did, bro. He was so salty that he made me wait until his time limit timed out instead of letting me slap him in the face, bro. That's crazy. I've done it too. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Let's go into the next replay. All right, gang. Here we are for the fifth. I'll show you five. Fifth replay of the day. And I basically wanted to show you this one so you could see that cringiness that goes on in Diamond, bro. Like, it's so cringe up here. It's just a bunch of floodgates and stupidity. Anyways, I'm gonna bring the pieces onto the field, especially some of the Carrot. That way I can use both of these monsters to go into the gigantic Spright, right? Activate that boy's effect. I'm gonna bring the Swap Frog onto the field, activate the Swap Frog, send the Swap Frog to the graveyard. Using both of these, we're gonna go into the Elf, right? Activate the Elf's effect, bring the Swap Frog back onto the field, activate the Swap Frog, send the Ronan Totem. Ronan Totem is going to activate, banish a Swap Frog, special summon it onto the field, use both of these to go into the Spright Sprind. Start sprinting. Activate that boy's effect, sending the Angler to the graveyard, activate the Angler, bringing two Nimble monsters onto the field, activating Ronan Totem so I can special summon it onto the field. Using both of these monsters, we're going to go into the Melfi of the Forest. And I'm going to set down my my spell. I'm going to the end phase and go to the Caddy. I did kind of low-key mess up the combo, but it was fine because this board is still crazy. So here they draw a card. They activate this shenanigans, which is what I'm telling you, bro. This is a Runic deck. Face of attack position monsters on the field cannot activate their effect. This different position monster cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. Cringe, but it's fine. They're gonna activate Forbidden Droplet as well, getting rid of the other copy that they had of that thing. I'm like, yes, Sprite Smasher, get this thing out of here, because right now I can't activate this or this right now because this thing is on the field. So we gotta get rid of it. I get rid of the Nimble Beaver and that thing. Both of those things get banished. They still activate that thing's effect, and they're gonna stop my Melfi Caddy from popping off. So here I'm gonna activate the Spright Elf, trying to bring the carrot onto the field, and I'm so glad that I did that, bro, because look at this garbage. Performano 5 Rainbow Magician. You cannot, no, that's not. All monsters they control cannot attack or activate their effects. It's so cringe. So I activate this thing's effect, get rid of the elf, and now I specifically got rid of the elf because that thing has to get popped. Get it out of my face. I don't ever want to see it. They activate the card of the mice. I hate that card, bro, especially in the runic deck because it's free 3 cards. We're gonna Ash Blast on that thing because it's clearly spring on our side of the field. The sun is coming out, the W is hitting me in my face, and that's all she wrote. That's all she wrote, bro. Cringe. Like, yo, I don't even use the word cringe like that, but that's so many floodgates and so many just trash, bro. Stop playing these decks. Anyway, let's go into the deck list. Alright, gang, here we are for the deck list portion of the video. Also, I said that the deck is cringe and it's trash and all that. Bro, if you play it, play whatever you want. I just like talking crap sometimes because I don't like floodgates all that much. I just want to play the game. Either way, we are running 2 Swap Frogs because you saw how this thing is just some cracky sauciness in this deck. You could bounce this thing. It's legitimately a frog. I like playing this thing because it feels like you're just frogging it around. You could bounce this thing, send it from the graveyard, bring it onto the field, back. Craziness. 1 Runner Totem because it's a part of your crazy combo, right? Really good. 3 Maxis. I actually draw into this thing all the time, and the main reason why I do run it at 3 is because it's a level 2 monster. Sometimes I can just normal summon this thing and start off my combo like that because you're bricked, right? So definitely gotta run that thing at 3 in this deck. Then I have 1 Nimble Manta. I said it yesterday. The reason why is because it gives you more value and more resources for your Nimble Angler. Remember that. That thing is good. Just it doesn't even have to be the Manta. It could be any one of the other level 2 Nimble monsters. Then we're gonna have 2 Nimble Anglers. This thing is a cracky sauciness that you're gonna activate with this thing or with Foolish Burial Goods. Free 2 level 2 monsters on the field, which is crazy. So then we have 3 Nimble Beavers again because this card is great. You normal summon and get another. I already committed the crimes, bro. You guys, they always late when it comes to the Bronx, bro. It is what it is. So, yeah, Nimble Beaver to 3. Again, you're going to activate this thing. Get yourself another Nimble Beaver. You're going to start popping off, right? Melfi Caddy for your little Melfi package. You guys know how that goes. 2 Spright Blues because you're coloring. Again, your main starter. You guys know how that goes. I'm not going to go over everything and what the cards do because I did that on the video yesterday. So, Spright Jets to 3 because Spright Jets is cracked. Spright Pixies, again, I run this thing here because it's another dark monster, because most of the time I want to end up on my ultimate board that requires 2 dark monsters for this thing to be on the field. And also it's really good because sometimes it's going to help you attack over some bigger monsters and stuff like that. So I actually really like this thing. Also Spright Red to 2. Again, I've been thinking about bumping this to 1 and putting this to 2 because people are playing evenly matched. But either way, it's up to you how you want to play it. I run it at 2 right now. 1 Melfi Penny, again for your little Melfi package. 3 Ash Blossoms because Branded is rampaged right now. And Ash is back, is back, bro. It's back. You need this thing in the game right now. Then Harpy Feather Dusters. I don't have back row removal. Like I said yesterday, you could get rid of this thing and then just have the card be 40 the deck be 40 cards. But 41 is fine, bro. It's not that deep. Then you get Foolish Burial Goods. This is a 1-card combo. I showed it to you in the last video, bro. If you haven't watched that, go watch that. Because you could activate this thing's effect, send this thing, and you're gonna have a great time. Go watch the video, bro. Then you got 2 Call by the Graves because you have service on your phone, so you gotta start calling people, getting them out of the graveyard, and banishing them and negating them. That's all you gotta do. Cross Out Designated because we do play Maxi, we do play Infinite Impermanence, we do play Ash, we do play Harpy, we play everything. Like, so this thing in the deck, amazing. Then we have 2 Spright Starters because you gotta start handing those L's to your opponent, and it's a 1-card combo as well. So I wish that thing was to 3, or to 3 would have been tough. But either way, Spright Gamma Burst, this is your little attack boost. Not even little, it's a great attack boost for your level 2 monsters. Be careful with this thing. I've made a mistake of activating it and giving my opponent an attack boost as well. So be careful the way you use that thing, because you might get slapped up in the face. Just be careful with that thing. Spright Smashers is still in the deck because it's still a cracked up card. This thing is amazing. But if I had to choose between this thing and this thing, I would go with this thing. This thing is tough. But we'll get to that in a second. 2 evenly matched because your opponent is outmatching you. So you gotta have that thing in the back pocket. 2 infinite impermanence. 1 Spright double cross. This thing is some cracky sauciness. You get to attach, you get to make interruptions from the graveyard, from the field, from everything, because whatever you want, you could just attach it to any one of your Xyz monsters. Any monsters that they're activating, doing something, need for infusion, synchro, whatever material, just yank it and disrupt them. This card is tough, bro. Use that. Hero of Arclight, again for our Melfi package. This negates, pops, Omni negate, everything, every monster sent to the graveyard is banished instead. Number 65, Dungeon Buster. This is for my ultimate 10-1 board that I showed you yesterday. It's just another monster negate on the field. Melfi of the Forest for your Melfi package, of course. Onimbimaru the Soul Sweeper. You saw me use that thing to sweep people up. Just move a monster out of the way so you can slap people. Gigantic Spright to 2. I don't have to explain that to you, bro. Divine Arsenal ASUS, again because of all the Xyz monsters that I'm playing. IP Masquerena for our IP Masquerena combo, right? You're gonna either go into any one of these things when she's on the field when you have your full board. Codebreaker versus Swordman. I have the thing here because sometimes it's gonna help me get this thing the attack boost that it needs if we don't have this thing on the field or this thing on the field. Also, it's a 23,000 B stick, so a 2300. And when you activate the burst, that thing gets pretty beefy too. So it's really good to go into sometimes. Then 2 Spright Elves. I don't have to explain that to you, bro. You just gotta start elfing. Spright Sprint. This thing is some cracky sauciness right now because the combo that you're gonna do by sending this to the graveyard. Nightmare Unicorn, because we can do this just in case we gotta bounce a card back. We don't want to go to Evermax if we don't need to. That's why that thing is in there. Evermax because getting rid of this thing is really hard, except for branded. Ice Jade can get rid of this thing with no problem, so be careful with that. And then Underworld Goddess of the Closed World, because this thing is a staple. You need this to get rid of things like this. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the content. If you did, please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe for the boy. I really do appreciate it. And enough talking. Continue having a great day, man. You better. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. I'm out.